Hey guys, today we're gonna be talking about something that everyone wants to know, most likely. So we're gonna be talking about alts and how much it costs for you to get an alt to 14, 15. This is not gonna be about your main character. Obviously your main probably is there already. If you're not there, you're probably gonna get there soon. Pretty much whoever plays from day one and invest some time, they probably are there already, probably even higher. So let's talk how much it costs with current rates to get an alt character to 14, 15. And in my opinion, what benefits you're gonna get and how much it's gonna cost. Is it worth it? So let's have a look. I'm just quickly gonna show that I'm currently keeping all my alts at 3070. Of course, I'm farming those bound lipstones and I'll slowly start to push them, but as I don't really spend any money on the game beside character slots, which I did get from Founders Pack. So I'm semi free to play, not full free to play, but let's say semi free to play because I did spend on the Founders Pack. So I'm waiting for the Stronghold Honing buff mostly because it's gonna be much cheaper to get your alts to 14, 15, and then we're gonna start farming a lot of Alton runs. So let's go over and now let's have a look on the benefits and how much it costs to get an alt there, and in my opinion, is it worth it? And if it's not, it's not. So let's begin. I have a quick notepad made up with all the points, what you're gonna get and what you're gonna lose. So let's begin. So alts 14, 15. Current rates, no stronghold buff. So it's not for mains, obviously. So the biggest minuses are pretty much this: loss of Eureka hard hold, which is 2.1k if you don't open boxes, but if you open boxes is 1.3k. But still, you're gonna lose the loot from the boxes anyway, because you can't open them anymore if you run without the gold gains. So it's quite decent loss, but it's not that bad since you can do Vault on normal and you're pretty much gonna get the gold back. Second biggest minus, it's super expensive. Unless, as I said, you have farmed a lot of bound leapstones and other materials which you don't want to invest into your main, but that's probably going to be hard if you're free to play. You probably investing much of your materials into your main because you want to keep up with the curve with all the new bosses releases with Vikas, and then we probably gonna have Clown in the future as well. In not that in not that long time. So yeah. So about the super expensive, I'm just gonna quickly show you this graph. I think it was made by Saivo. So yeah, it was made by Saivo, as you can see in the corner in the bottom. So this is pretty much what it costs for you to push your alt to 14, 15, and there's two paths you can choose. As you can see on the left, we have pretty much the standard paths some people take, so everything to plus 15. But this path is much more expensive by the path on the right, which you can see over here. You're just gonna go 3 pieces plus 17. I actually went a bit different way. I went with 2 pieces plus 17 and all the others with plus 12. So it should be about the same, as this one. I'm pretty sure maybe a little bit more expensive. But as you can see, if you're gonna go, you're gonna need around, I'm gonna go with the cheaper one, obviously. So you're gonna need around 2000 Great Honor Leapstones, and it's okay if you have bound Leapstones, in my opinion, because if you're gonna buy them, it's gonna cost you a lot, and by a lot, we're gonna go over in a second. Then you need 9000 Destruction Stones on you Central, it's 17 gold per 10, so it's gonna cost you a bit as well. It's not that much, but of course most of the people have farmed them up. But as I said, many of us are using that on the mains because we want to push our mains and not spend that much on alts. Because we're going to talk how much profits the alt is going to bring you. So then we have 82,000 of Guardian Stones, 3,000 hundreds of the shards. Um, this one, if you have your alt for quite a while, this one is not that bad. To be honest, you probably have it farmed up. But if you just made an alt, like, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago, you're not gonna have anywhere near these amounts. Unless you have some bags from like Arc Passes or whatever, the bags are getting more and more expensive by the day. On EU Central, it costs like 220 for the large ones. So you can imagine it's gonna add up a lot as well if your alt is quite fresh. But if your alt is like a month, maybe 2 months old, it shouldn't be that bad. Then we have the raw gold 31.5 and 1300 fusion materials and some silver, of course. So, of course, this is not the worst case. This is pretty much, let's say, average case. Because in the worst case scenario, it could go even more expensive, if I'm not mistaken right now. So let's get back on the benefits now. As you can see, it's quite expensive. If you don't have bound materials, I wouldn't advise this for any free-to-play people out there because it's gonna cost a lot, and I'm gonna show you by a lot right now. So let's quickly go over to benefits. So you get Walton normal, right? It's good to be decent. Walton is good because you're pretty much gonna get back the gold you're losing from Oreca, so you could actually negate this, so it doesn't really matter much for you. Then you're gonna get 8 relic pieces for full clear, 2 relic stones, and the most important is progress for a relic set. This one is important, to be honest. Then we got Descaluda. To be honest, Descaluda is a small increase from the Fox or even Velganos, It's like on average, it's like 4 lipstones per day. Lipstones are like 70 gold right now, so that's like what? 280 gold per day plus. But when we get down to the investment, it's gonna look like it's nothing. Then you can get 1 or 2 relic items from Descaluda as well, which, it's not big. To be honest, even on my main, I didn't really get any super juicy relic item. I think the most expensive one I had was maybe like 9k, 8k, and that's like what, a month from Bolton, and I'm doing hard Bolton and I'm doing 1445 dungeons. Well, I'm probably just unlucky, but yeah, I mean, we're not gonna really include this because it's RNG. You could probably run for like a half a year and never get like a super juiced item. Then we have the chaos dungeons, which is a benefit. Obviously, gonna get a bit more resources. The relic drops, it's pretty much just stones. You don't really get accessories as far as I remember from 14, 15 dungeons. So now the most interesting part is the total cost for you to enchant your character to 14, 15. The alt character, not the main. And this is with current rates, no stronghold buff. So just imagine you wanna enchant your character, you like the character, you want to make him malt, and it's quite fresh character. You don't really have much items on it. You don't have even the lipstones for the character. So the total cost is gonna be like this. As I showed on the image, I converted everything to gold. So with current prices, EU Central, this is EU Central, it's gonna be different from your servers. So 56k gold for Guardian Stones, if you convert the stones to gold, 56k gold. Then leap stones, and the most one expensive, if you don't have bound ones, 148k gold for those 2000 leap stones. And that is a lot, especially for free-to-play players. Destruction stones is alright, 16k, it's not that bad. 12k for fusion materials. Obviously, you can craft these, you can farm this, but as I said, Most of us want to invest in our mains. We don't want, to spend that much, on an alt, because, if you want to progress with the curve, with the how fast, to releasing the bosses and everything, you want to enchant your main. Like, I mean, how many people are there 1460 who are free to play? Not many, to be honest, unless you're playing quite a lot of alts. And then we have raw gold, which is 32k, which it's okay. I mean, it's still quite high. It's okay. So the total is gonna be 265k gold needed if you need to buy most of these materials, like especially leap stones. If you got bound leap stones, that's gonna be 115k gold, and that's still quite a big number for an alt, which is gonna get you like what? It's gonna get you realistically, if you talk over here what I made, you're gonna get 4 more leap stones per day, right? Around like 200 guardian stones and like 50, 70 more destruction stones. And now the best part, if, as it says, if you're lucky, you could get decent relic item, like decent. Let's say not super mega OP item like broken of all the ways, but like decent relic item which is gonna cost like 10, 20k gold. But looking up here, you literally have like 1, 2 relic items per day, so like 7 days. Okay, let's average it out around 10 relic items per week from the Scaluda, and then 8 relic items from accessories. So 18 items. I mean, come on. You think you're gonna get something good from that? I mean, you could. But realistically thinking, it's low chance to get something really good that is gonna sell for a lot of gold, and the investment is big. To be honest, it's big, and you're not really gonna get that much, compared to 3070 alt. On my opinion, at least, I'm not gonna be enchanting my alts till we get that stronghold honing buff, cause it's gonna reduce, the needed materials drastically, cause like 10 and 20% chance is quite a big difference. Plus there's books and some and other stuff. So let's say like this: if you bought the leap stones, that character will take 177 days to make those leap stones back. So yeah, it's a quite big number, to be honest. It's quite a big number. So 91 days to get the Guardian Stones, 36, 37 days to get Destruction Stones, if going plus 12 weapon route. So my conclusion is that, uh, at least for me, and for most free-to-play players, I would advise to stay at 3070. Unless just do it slowly, with your bound leap stones, not rush, because if you're gonna be investing everything in it, it's high chance you're not gonna get your investment back in a long time. It's like a really high chance you're not gonna get it back. Okay, guys, I made this video way too long than I was planning to, so I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, subscribe, and see you on the next one. Peace for today.